Welcome to Devil's Bridge, the waterfalls and the 3 bridges. Let's go and explore. I'm here at Devil's Bridge. There's 3 bridges and there's lots of waterfalls. Let's go and have a look now. Starting off with a few steps before we go left to see the bridges. So here we have not just 1 bridge, 2 bridges, but 3 bridges. Who built the first bridge, the devil or the monks? Legend would have us believe that the devil built the first bridge which spans this deep gorge. The story says that he was bribing an old lady who needed a way to get her cow back after it had somehow wandered to the other side of the gorge. He offered to build a bridge in exchange for the first living soul to cross it, expecting it to be her, but she outwitted him. More realistically, it was the clever monks at Strata, Florida Abbey which actually built the first bridge in the 11th century. That's that one down there. So these 3 bridges, the lowest bridge was built approximately 1075. Middle bridge about 1708 and repaired and strengthened in 1753. And the top bridge was built in 1901 and strengthened with steel girders in 1971 and 1972. 3 bridges here at Devil's Bridge. We've got to go up to go down. Coming to a viewing point. What can we see here other than a heck of a lot of trees? You can hear water down below, but we can't see it yet. Now there's a health warning for people who come on this walk. They say it's not suitable for the elderly, infirm, disabled, asthmatic, people with medical conditions, people wearing a hat, people who do walking tour videos, and lots of other conditions. But I'm still bringing you this video out of my commitment from me to you from Ritual Travels. Help! But in all seriousness though, there is slippy steps on the way down. It's one where you don't walk normal speed, you walk whatever you need to. If you're feeling out of breath, stop and have a rest. Walk slower, go steady, have another rest. Look after yourself. You know you best. I may not be saying that afterwards, but so far, that's what I reckon. So many different bits of greenery, trees and the shrubs. The sound of the birds and the insects and animals that are all living around here. It's beautiful, very peaceful. Not too sure how long I could put up with that water pouring in the background without needing the toilet. I want to draw your attention to this tree stump. Call this money. These coins that have been stamped into the tree stump. So here by the magical money tree, there's a viewing point down there, but the footpath says this away. Look how green and bright this tree is here. Lovely it is. It's lovely. Footpath this way. There is the thought, obviously, going all this way downhill and all this down again. Sooner or later, we're gonna have to go back up again, aren't we? If you see one of these fellas, a pine marten, let me know. These are the Mynarch Falls. Let's have a look. Starting at the top there, coming down, twisting round the rocks, splashing round, coming to a first little pool there. Well, two lots come down to this larger pool here, but that's still only halfway up. All that way down to go there. You've really got to accept that this is beautiful, this is powerful, this is nature at its best. Water cascading down the countryside, through the hills, down through the rocks, towering from top to bottom. Water does what it wants. Water is powerful. Devil's Bridge Waterfalls, here on Rich Lord Travels. This is Devil's Bridge. This is the waterfalls at the Mynarch Falls. It's very powerful, it's very dramatic, very sensational, but it's very normal. This is nature doing its thing. Water, powerful. So there, just a third of the way down your screen, was that last water pool before this massive fall. Now we're not even seeing all of the fall from here because it goes even further down there. This really is very, very big. It's big. It's very big. It's very, very, very big. The steps are getting even steeper now. Wow, this is very, very steep. It's still powering down the mountainside here. Look at the mist coming off it. This is good. Wow. Where all the water's flowed down the side. It's spinning around the mixer before heading down the river. The trees and the wildlife round here, there's one that is growing all the way downwards from that mound over there. And there, it's growing all the way downwards. And it's still got its greenery on it. Looks like it's growing downwards. When they opened up this attraction, they put this iron bridge in, but they didn't really know what to call it. So this iron bridge is called the Iron Bridge. Makes sense, really. What fascinates me is the power that water was coming down here, and it mixes around here a bit slower than here. It's very peaceful as it backs up and goes down the rest of the valley. I've often said steps are my nemesis, so I'm really looking forward to this next section, all the way back up to the top. Now some might say these little stops to talk about the waterfall might just be a cunning ploy just to try and get my breath back. Well, you're right. Here's a waterfall anyway. Good, isn't it? It's not just the waterfalls that are impressive, but look at this rock work. Look how sensational and powerful it is. Look at the colours on it. This here is Robber's Cave, because many hundreds of years ago it was a hideout for 3 highway robbers. These robbers were the children of a local man called Bat or Bartholomew. As young children they were very wicked, and while idly rambling a lot about the woods one day, they came across a small hole in the ground. To their surprise, they had discovered a hidden cave. When they were older, the 2 young men came back to their secret cave and used it as a place to sleep and store their riches that they had acquired from robbing people. Their sister would visit and bring them food. Occasionally she would go out at night and steal with her brothers. They stole from folk travelling on the country roads above their cave for many years. No one would find out about their hideout in the woods. However, one dark night, they robbed someone and accidentally killed him. The murdered gentleman had been well respected. His good friends took it upon themselves to search high and low for the murderers. They used dogs to trace the thieves back to this cave. Once found, they were smoked out of their den and captured. It was said that the two men were hung in Riada and the young woman was burnt at the stake. To prevent this cave from being used as a hideout again, it was opened up so that all remains of the cave today is what you are standing in. And this here is Robber's Cave. Look how it is here, with the wildlife and the plants and fauna growing against the rocks here. This is that first pool we talked about earlier. That's a lot of water ploughing in. It's not just the walk up these steps that's breathtaking. The view is. I'm quite glad it's quite indescribable, because it gives me a chance to get my breath back. Look how mangled these tree roots are in amongst the rocks. And there's a viewing platform. Look how powerful this is. Gushing away. Boom. And getting back up to the surface now. I'm dripping with sweat. That was a very energetic walk. Maybe the warnings were right. If you're a fat knacker, don't give it a try. Right, oh, there's still some more stairs. Oh, crikey. Back at the top now. Here's the exit area, some pictures from over the years. And here's the turnstile on the way out. Oh, what a walk that was. Such a long way. But so steep on the way back up, but the views, the waterfalls were amazing. Really good to see. But I definitely need a towel and a drink now. Whew. Oh, back to normal oxygen levels soon. Good, there's a defib across the road there. That could have been necessary. So here in the village itself of Devil's Bridge, you've got the hotel here. There's a cafe round the corner, which I'll very much be taking advantage of. It's a stylish looking hotel, this. Very decorative in its upper areas and its nicely coloured paintwork. Just along the road from here is the Vale of Rydal train station, which runs from here, Devil's Bridge, to Aberystwyth and back. I was going to have a go on it, but it's 35 quid return, and I can't be bothered with that. Another day. Here you've got one of the old AA boxes with a telephone in it to ring for the AA if your car breaks down. This one's here at Devil's Bridge. You don't see many of these boxes around nowadays. So if you're in the Devil's Bridge area, come and check out the Mynarch Falls. They're very impressive, very big, very steep. I'm going to go and find a towel and a drink. Bye bye for now. Click subscribe.